What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, and hopefully you have checked out yesterday's video. If you haven't yet, do go check it out. We're here on dollar on the 5-minute, and you can see some beautiful delivery today in terms of us creating the low around this level, which I drew our attention to yesterday, and then price found support on it and traded on higher, running for our buy side liquidity target, which I also brought our attention to yesterday. So quite a nice day today in general. It was interesting to see how deep we managed to run stops on. You can see there's engineered liquidity here and here. Price came down, grabbed those stops, and then the classic ICT setup forms right here on this level. And this level, I forgot what this actually is. Oh yeah, it's the opening of that bullish order block. So if price traded down into that, that would have been a perfect setup in terms of going long, as we expected that as a bullish order block after Tuesday's crazy trading, and then we ran out our buy side liquidity trading into this bearish order block. So what am I expecting? Well, moving on into the new day, I do want to see a continuation. Nothing's really changed in terms of my bias. Now that we've hit this buy side target, my next target will simply be this daily high up here, and then running into that buy side. We will drop down to the 4 hour, take a closer look, and you'll see that there's a bullish order block that's now formed here, and that now means that this would be the lowest I'd expect price to trade if it's going to retrace at all. And then this range between this high and this low, basically, if we just look at this range, 50% of that, which lines up with this gap, which I believe is on the hourly. Lowest I'd want to see price trade for me to remain bullish in my bias and wanting to see us run that buy side liquidity target out. So I'm still bullish, nothing's really changed, but absolutely gorgeous delivery today. Hope you guys got involved. And then here's a bullish order block on the hourly as well, so it'll be nice to see if price can drop down into that before going long, rolling on into the new day to trade on higher. So with that taken into account, we also have this inversion fair value gap. I spoke about this yesterday as well, and basically I'm now anticipating that this should act bullishly. So what do I mean by that? Well, obviously we traded on the downside, creating the gap, and then we've traded on the traded on the downside, creating the gap, traded up, down, and then up again, closing, and look at how the wicks are respecting it. Look at how volume's respecting it. Yes, we wicked through it, but volume's now staying above it, so that now makes this become support. And again, this bullish order block should be able to hold price and act as a propulsion block for price, meaning that when price taps into it, it can help push price. So if we see this, if we do manage to tap down into this, moving into the new day, into Thursday, I would like to see price rally away from it, the same way it did on the daily level when it traded into this bullish order block level right here. But this does look like a very good week to analyze. If I get the opportunity, I always say this, but if I get the opportunity, I will do a live stream, because I would like to backtest this week, because it does look quite clean in general, but it'll be nice to see if we can see that continued support. Now obviously we've been rallying all week already, so I'm not expecting too much in terms of expansion. It'll be nice to see if we can hit that buy side, but obviously if we don't make that, it's not the end of the world. I wouldn't be surprised if price did start to retrace a bit and we did find support. To be honest, the point at which I'd get concerned would be this, if this inversion fair value gap gets traded through. So if we manage to drop back below this, then I'd be like, okay, we're probably going to start running for that Wednesday low. But so long as price stays above this, I'm happy to remain bullish in general. Even if we don't necessarily take out this buy side, we might find setups that form tomorrow that allow us to go long. So yeah, so let's head on to GBP USD, and you'll see that price traded lower after rallying, filling in this gap. We traded higher, filling the gap completely, and then have left it, tapped into a fair value gap here, and now price has dropped off precipitously, failing to take out this low. So the fact that they failed to take out this low suggests to me that they might be engineering in this low, as in they might be waiting for that high impact news maybe on Friday. Is that Fridays? Yeah, maybe on Friday to run that. So if we find that they just leave these lows tomorrow, then Friday I'd want to see that get attacked in line with this low as well. So that's what tends to happen when you see like relative equal lows like this and a low like that, and price, and they're holding it. We might find that we see rallying tomorrow, maybe to that Sunday opening price, and then price wants to run for these lows. So that's just something to take into account. Let me just look at dollar. Did that take out the high? So yeah, here's some divergence. Dollars ran out the high, but GBP's failed to take out that low. So pound's going to be forced to catch up. Let me see what euro's doing. I can manage. Yeah, relative equal. So we're seeing divergence, but I do think that, wow, with how bullish dollar has been, dollar's either going to snap into place and run out this fair value gap, or it's going to keep rallying, and then GBP is going to be forced to catch up fast. So yeah, very consolidated on GBP nonetheless. It hasn't been the cleanest compared to dollar, but still classic price action in terms of, you know, fair value gap entry right here, and we're running towards this low. It's just now I just want to see that low play out as a target. So let's go down to the 4 hour, take a closer look. And this bullish order block right here, I like the way this looks. So ideally that continues to act bearishly because we're on the other side of it, so it should act inversely. You can see that we've traded up to the midpoint of that, so that would be pretty much the highest I'd want to see price trade. I don't really want to see us rally above that anymore. So moving into the new day highs, I'd want to see price traders here, and then I'm looking for these relative equal lows to get around from Wednesday, and ideally this low. But yeah, this divergence that we're getting amongst the pairs is very interesting. So yeah, very interesting day. And then Euro delivered absolutely gorgeously to the downside today. I've got in some really nice moves here. So you can see price rallied above these highs, taking out these relative highs. And then the displacement, 930, displacement right here, came back up. Remember, this level is the Sunday opening price. And remember, yes, I've been saying all week how price using it as a barometer. And what I mean by that is look how price, you know, is trading around it. It's going back and forth, but it uses it as support and resistance on the back of news. So here was the news, tapped into it, and then we had our expansion, came back up, filling the fair value gap. But you can see prices continue to rally on lower, and now I'm anticipating with the way it's engineered these lows in. So now I'm looking at these two lows, as in Tuesday's low and Wednesday's low, very clean. So I expect that price should be able to run that nicely moving into the new day, in line with the high impact news, etc., and the fact that dollar's happily rallied above its buy side, and that Tuesday high, Euro's going to need to catch up to that. So I hope that all makes sense. That's going to be everything for today. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, smash subscribe, join the mailing list, and yeah, very interesting day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.